And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to O'Gorman High School. This is the site of a Knights vs. Harrisburg AA basketball boys and girls doubleheader tonight. The first matchup will be the girls' game, if both teams now on the court for the starting lineups will pit the 10-5 Harrisburg Tigers against the 17-0 O'Gorman Lady Knights. The Knights coming to the game second in power points, just refraction behind Mitchell right now in the standings, and Harrisburg in fifth in power points. The Knights are 5-0 in their last 5 games. Harrisburg is 3-2. The Tigers 5-3 on the road. Knights 8-0 at home. So it's going to be a really good matchup. Harrisburg having a really good season under Coach Nick Meyer. O'Gorman obviously undefeated under Coach Kent Colsher. The Knights coming off a win on Friday night against Washington 59-40, while the Tigers are coming off an overtime loss on Saturday to Rapid City Stevens at home 66-61. Starting tonight for Harrisburg will be number 2, Addie Wagner, a 5'7 senior guard. Number 4, Jaylee Hofer, a 5'6 senior guard committed to Northern State for soccer. Number 11, Abigail Flanagan, a 5'10 senior guard, averaging 12 points a game. She's committed to the University of Sioux Falls for soccer. Number 14 is Sadie Mehrman, a 5'10 sophomore guard. And rounding out the starting lineup is Kinley Lawrenson, a 6-foot junior forward wearing number 20. For the Knights tonight, there'll be one change in the starting lineup with Wang Okoye not suited up tonight. So starting in her place will be Peyton Peterson, number 10, a 5'6 senior guard. Number 11, Lucy Moore, a 5'7 senior guard committed to Northern State for basketball. Number 15, the leading scorer, Molly Abdouche, 5'8 senior guard committed to South Dakota State for basketball. Number 30, Sydney Tervine, a 5'10 sophomore guard. And rounding out the starting lineup for Coach Colesrud is Julia Agert, number 31, a 5'10 forward. That's a junior. So the Knights will be without Okoye tonight, so Peyton Peterson filling in for her will be the one change in the starting lineup. This will be one of the final three games for O'Gorman. Only 3 games left on their schedule tonight. Then they'll be at Huron next Tuesday night, February 20th. And then they'll be here next Friday night, the 23rd, rounding out the season against Mitchell, which might have implications for the top seed with both teams undefeated right now. Well, the Harrisburg Lady Tigers will have 4 more games left after this one, with their next one being on Friday night against Douglas at home at 6 o'clock. So both teams on the court. I'm Brett Byler at the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools YouTube channel. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. You can go to YouTube, search Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools, and find this game there. The Knights in their home white tops, white shorts, blue trim. Harrisburg in the maroon tops, maroon shorts, and yellow trim. Should be a good one. Both teams on the court. Referees going to throw up the ball. And here we go from O'Gorman High School with the Tigers controlling the opening tip, with Mehrman leading the charge up the front court. Knights drop out in the 2-3 zone defense. Go a little high-low. Out to Hofer on the right wing. Back to Mehrman. Hofer down low is Flanagan. Guarded by Tervine. She'll go short corner 3. Is halfway blocked by Lucy Moore. That 3 was short by Addie Wagner. Knights going to push the pace. I expect even without Okoye out tonight, they might even play even faster with another guard on the court. Not really a post presence for O'Gorman right now without Okoye, so kind of maybe a 5-out approach. There's a turnover. Tigers going up the front court with Mehrman. Down low to Flanagan. Going to go right baseline. Cut off by Agert. Stolen away by Peterson. So back-to-back turnovers. No score. Early going, a minute underway. Tervine for 3 is good. So Sydney Tervine from way downtown will give the Knights a 3-0 lead over Harrisburg. Now they can set up the press. Let's see how Harrisburg handles the Knights press that's been so effective this season, causing so many turnovers. Mehrman's cut off, and that'll be either a foul on Abdouche or Peterson. We'll see who the referee decides. So it's on Molly Abdouche. So staying out of foul trouble will be important tonight. Down 1 rotation player. Coach Colesrud normally only plays 8 girls consistently. So we'll see a shortened bench if someone else will step in, or else shorten that rotation even 1 more. 3-0 O'Gorman, early stages. Tigers still looking for their first basket. Hofer. Corner is Meerman, the lefty for 3, a little bit long. Loose ball rebound is to Flanagan. Hofer from downtown, that looked good, just a little bit short. Rebound by Sydney Trevine. Trevine going to throw it cross court to Peterson on the fast break. She'll throw it back out to Lucy Moore. Knights will restart their offense. Harrisburg in the man-to-man defense. Meerman on Abdush. That'll be a matchup to watch. Molly, the Knights' leading scorer, averaging about 16.5 points a game. 10 on the shot clock. Molly looking for help. Gets it out to Trevine with 6. She's going to have to shoot it up. Her shot is short. Rebound by Lawrenson. So good defensive possession by the visitors, the Tigers. Lawrence at the three-point line, out to Meerman. Her three-pointer is good. So Sadie Meerman scores the first points of the game for Harrisburg on a three-pointer, tying it up at 3 apiece. Molly Abdush for 3, a little bit long. Rebound by Peyton Peterson. Back out to Lucy Moore for 3. That's long. Chased down by Flanagan. Flanagan is triple team, needing help. Gets it to Meerman. And she is tangled up with a couple of Knights. I think that foul will be on Sydney Trevine. It is on Trevine. Ruby Moore, the freshman, coming to check in for Peyton Peterson. So far, Harrisburg doing a good job against that press. The Tigers defeated O'Gorman last year in the state tournament in the first round at the Sanford Pentagon. Here is a three-point attempt. No good by Flanagan. That was an air ball. Ager with a head of steam. She'll go all the way to the basket, and she is tied up by Wagner and Lawrence, and we'll see who the foul's on. Foul is on number 2, Addie Wagner, her first team foul for the Tigers. Julia Ager to the free throw line, makes the first. Julia averaging about 9 points a game for O'Gorman. About 2.5 steals a game. She shoots about a 60% clip from the free throw line. Second one's a little bit long. Trevine tips it out. Ruby Moore has it, so Knights will get a second possession here. Knights leading 4-3. 4:32 left here in the first quarter. Abdush spin move, and they're going to call a travel on her. So I think she might have added just a little extra hop that time on the spin move. So Knights a little, almost, Abdush was going for the steal. Good job that time by Flanagan, throwing it to Wagner. So now Harrisburg going to stop their offense out at the three-point line. Hofer thought about it. Now 10 on the shot clock. Down low is a nice shot by Kinley Lawrenson. So Kinley Lawrenson, using the 6-foot frame, got good position on Julia Ager. Used the bank to perfection. 5-4 Tigers. Ruby Moore thought about the 3, got cut off baseline by Flanagan. Lucy Moore looking for Ager, did not throw it to her. Here's Trevine. Out to Ruby Moore for 3 is short. Sadie Meerman with the rebound. Oh, look at a head pass, was intended for Kinley Lawrence and just threw it just a little bit too long, and a turnover. So Bryn Van Bakkeren, number 3, a junior guard, has checked in for Harrisburg. Leslie Young Setzer, a freshman forward, number 33, is also in for Harrisburg. Knights stay with the same 5. Here's Lucy Moore baseline. Reverse is good. Nice play by Lucy Moore as she got around Hofer that time with the reverse shot. She's on the board. Knights back up 6-5. So Hofer picks up her dribble, needs some help. And then the referee's going to say she moved the pivot foot as she's looking for help. So that's one of the last things you want to do as an offensive player against a trapping press like that, is to pick up your own dribble. And then as her teammates, they need to be aware of that and come to the ball and help her out. And no one really did that time. She moved the pivot foot. So Gorman off the turnover with the possession. Abdush, tough shot, and they're going to call a foul that time. And Merriman, tough break for her that time. Looked like fairly good defense. So Abdush to the free throw line. She averages about 16 points a game. A 78% free throw shooter. That one rolls in and out. One more for Molly. And that one rattles it in. So Molly Abdush on the board for O'Gorman. Lawrenson over to Hofer playing catch. Hofer keeping her dribble alive. Ooh, that looked like a travel. Now a call. Here comes the Tigers. And Van Bakker can't handle that one. So Wagner back in. Flanagan back in. Might see a lot of short rests for both these teams, where a girl will come out for, say, 30 seconds to a minute, get a drink of water, then she can check right back in. Knights up 7-5, 2:15 left in the first quarter. Peterson is trapped, gets it over to Abdush. Catman down low. Her shot is up and good, so Lizzie Catman getting early minutes. A nice shot off the backboard. Those minutes that normally would be a Wang Akoi, who's not playing tonight, so Catman coming in, providing some offense. Stewart with it, or excuse me, Wagner with it. Meerman with it, pulls it back out, over to Wagner. With Flanagan kind of running the high post in this offensive set. Meerman for three. She's fouled by Molly Abdush, and she'll have 3 free throws. And the worst part for this for O'Gorman, that's 2 fouls on Molly. So we'll see what Coach Colesrud will do, if she'll keep her in or take her out for a second. So Sadie Meerman will have 3 free throws. She is a 75% free throw shooter, makes the first. She has 4 of the 6 points for the Tigers. Makes the second one. So Coach Colesrud going to leave Molly in with those 2 fouls. And the third free throw is in and out for Meerman, so she makes 2 of 3. It's 9-7. We'll see the aggressiveness, how that will affect Molly with those 2 fouls. Here's Lucy Moore dribbling in. Will throw it back out to Peterson. Going left, cut off by Wagner. Good job by her. Lucy Moore runs that loose ball down. She has it with 14 in the shot clock. Out to Peterson. Oh, and Peterson almost lost it. Back to Molly with 7. She'll shoot a long 3, no good. Hits the basket stanchion, and it'll be out of bounds to the Tigers. So good defensive possession. You've seen a couple of these by Harrisburg's man-to-man defense, where the shot clock gets all the way down in single digits, with O'Gorman a fast-moving offense. We haven't seen that happen a lot to them this year through 17 games. Hofer trapped over to Flanagan. She's going to try to dribble through this press, and she does. Over to Wagner. Young Setzer is trying to get some post position on Catman down low. Over to Van Bakker. There's a 3-point attempt in and out by Wagner. Rebound by Sydney Terveen. O'Gorman going to push the pace. Here is Peterson, and they call a blocking foul. Here the Harrisburg crowd wanting to travel that time. Good crowd for this game. Early start, 6 o'clock with a doubleheader with the boys following. O'Gorman well represented on their side. Harrisburg as well on their side. Student section will be building up. Have about 2 rows for O'Gorman. Not much yet for, a couple of rows for Harrisburg. They just kind of blend in as they sit right behind the bench. So Catman checks out. Agert back in for O'Gorman. No shot clock. 25 on the game clock. Terveen out to Peterson for 3 is good. So Peyton Peterson hits the 3-pointer. 12-7 O'Gorman. Flanagan trapped. That ball is intercepted by Peterson. Ruby Moore almost threw it away. 2 seconds. Peterson for 3 is short. And that's how the first quarter will come to a close. Good first quarter, competitive first quarter. After 1, it's the O'Gorman Lady Knights 12, the Harrisburg Tigers 7. We'll take a 60-second break. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter from O'Gorman High School. Welcome back. Start of the second quarter with O'Gorman leading Harrisburg 12-7. Knights ball start the quarter off with Abdush, Terveen, Agert, Lucy Moore, and Peyton Peterson. Here's Abdush, guarded by Meerman. She's done a good job against her in the first quarter. Molly just with 1 free throw so far. She has 2 fouls as well, something to monitor here in the second quarter. Here is Peterson out to Lucy Moore. Thought about the 3. Good defense by Hofer to close that space. Terveen from way downtown, no good. Agert with the ball. It's tipped. Shot gets almost the top of the backboard, and Jaylee Hofer has it for Harrisburg. Meerman needing help. Should go to Wagner, and then they'll break it to Hofer. Back to Meerman, setting up the offense for the Tigers. So far, Harrisburg doing a good job against that pressure, that trapping, pressing defense for O'Gorman. Here is Flanagan, high post. Back out to Hofer. Wagner, only 4 on the shot clock. Meerman from way downtown is short. Offensive rebound to Hofer. Down low, Lawrenson. Meerman cut off baseline by Terveen and Peterson. Flanagan out to Hofer for 3 is short. Another offensive rebound by Flanagan. She loses the ball, and it'll be out of bounds to the Knights. So Harrisburg got a couple cracks at that possession, missed a couple long shots, and O'Gorman up 5 will have the ball. You're listening to the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools YouTube channel. I'm Brett Byler. We'll be joined by Isaac Struck in a little bit. Here is nice pass down low by Peterson to Lucy Moore, who is posted up, and Lucy Moore has 4 points for the Knights. Knights have now doubled the Tigers up 14-7. Lawrenson breaks the press. That ball is off the foot of Hofer. Abdush has it. Down low, good idea. Pass a little bit high for Agert. Stolen by Terveen, and she'll get the basket. So Sydney Terveen with the steal and the layup, and Coach Nick Meyer wants to call a timeout to stop the momentum as the Knights have now got their biggest lead of the game, which is 9 points at 16-7 with 5:51 left in the first quarter. We'll take a quick break. Excuse me. Welcome back. We have a good girls basketball matchup. 10-5 Harrisburg and 17-0 O'Gorman. We're about 10 minutes into the ball game. Knights leading 16-7. Harrisburg did have an early lead. It's been all O'Gorman since then. They've scored the first 4 points here of the second quarter through the first 2 minutes. Nice back onto the press. Here is Meerman. Excuse me. Wagner is trapped. Gets it over to Lawrenson, then back to Flanagan. So the Tigers do break it. Ooh, Lawrenson had some good position. They just couldn't get her the ball as she is posting up on Agert down low. High-low, and that is a nice shot that time by Abigail Flanagan, who's on the board. The Tigers' leading scorer with her first basket of the game. They got to the high post, and that's a spot you want to try to get it to against that 2-3 zone defense. Lucy Moore trying to post up against Hofer. Good defense that time. Here's Agert, spin move, nice shot, left-handed, but a little bit strong. Rebound by Lawrenson. Flanagan trapped. She'll dribble through Peterson, and then she'll get a reaching foul. And sometimes you can just keep the dribble alive. We've seen a few Harrisburg girls just be able to dribble through that kind of that press. When you pick up the ball, that's when you get in trouble. So it'll be Peterson's first foul, and Knight's first foul in the second quarter. Ruby Moore in for Peterson. If you just joined us, no Owenga Koi tonight for O'Gorman. She was replaced by Peyton Peterson in the starting lineup. We've seen Lizzie Catman get some minutes in the first quarter. That three-pointer is no good by Lawrenson. Tipped by Agert to Abdush. Here's Ruby Moore. To Lucy's cut off by Flanagan. Down low, Terveen, no good on the shot. Meerman with the rebound. This Harrisburg team, one thing about them, you're not going to beat them down the court too often. A couple soccer players on the team. That's a 10-second violation. It's one of those teams that I haven't been doing all the home games for O'Gorman since our 9th broadcast for girls. And O'Gorman's team speed is outstanding, but Harrisburg is right with them on the quickness side of things. So after the 10-second violation, a turnover by the Tigers, Knights with the ball up by 7. Abdush. She'll jump stop, shoot it, and score it. So Molly Abdush's first field goal. Makes it 18-9 with 3:50 left here in the second quarter. Harrisburg might need a timeout. They're in a little issue getting the ball past half court. They do, and then Hofer, it's tipped away from her. And that ball is thrown out too far in front of Ruby Moore, so Knights will turn it back over. So Lizzie Catman back in for O'Gorman, replacing Julia Agert. Catman, the junior forward, came in for a couple of minutes in the first quarter and actually got a basket. She doesn't generally play much varsity minutes, but due to the Coy being out, is thrust into action tonight and did a good job in her first stint on the court. Here goes Flanagan as they break the press. The lefty with the shot, banked up and good by Abigail Flanagan. Abdush putting on the speed as she goes all the way to the hole. So Molly with 5 back-to-back baskets for the senior guard. Hofer over to Lawrenson. That ball was tipped, but right to Flanagan. She'll shoot the three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Lucy Moore. Moore crosses over to Peterson for 3, and the corner is short. Tigers with the rebound. Flanagan over to Meerman. To Lawrenson. Here is Flanagan, wide open, 3 in the corner, no good. Rebound by Lawrenson. And she'll shoot it up, and there will be a foul, I believe, on O'Gorman. You don't see that too often against that 2-3 zone where a girl is wide open in a spot, as Flanagan was that time. She just could not connect on the 3. So Lucy Moore checking out. Cindy Terveen back in for the Knights. 20-11, 2:27 left in the second quarter. It'll be Tigers ball. Van Bokeren is in for Harrisburg. Meerman out to Van Bokeren. Cut off baseline by Terveen and Ruby Moore. 22 on the shot clock. Hofer to Meerman. Back to Van Bokeren. Back to Hofer. High post is Lawrenson. Good move by Lawrenson and Kinley Lawrenson all the way to the basket with a left-handed layup. Good first step by her. She has 4. When Harrisburg's got to the high post, good things have happened. Abdush, a 3-pointer. No good. Rebound by Setzer, and that is a jump ball. Possession to the Tigers. Minute 44 here in the second quarter. Knights up by 7. Tiger ball. Knights have the press. Looks like it's set up, but it's going to kind of back off a little bit. Meerman over to Van Bokeren. She is rejected by Ager. Good job by Julia. Here is Terveen. Jump stop shot is a little bit long. Rebound by Ruby Moore. Out to Abdush for 3 is good. Molly Abdush now with 7 1/4. 8 in the game to lead O'Gorman. It's back to 10, 23-13. Ooh, dangerous pass by Hofer. Good job by Meerman coming back to the ball. And then Terveen will get a blocking foul. You almost have to be kind of like a receiver in football in some of those passes. You have to come to the ball because those long cross-court passes against that zone press can get intercepted pretty easily. So that's 2 fouls on Cindy Terveen. So 2 on Terveen, 2 on Abdush. 3 team fouls for the Knights. Down low, Young Setzer is rejected by Agert. Her second block here in the second quarter. So Flanagan back in, replacing Young Setzer, and it'll be Tiger ball with 26 on the shot clock. And that is a 3-pointer by Jaylee Hofer as Abdush went into the bleachers that time, trying for the steal. High load, Agers rejected by Meerman. Good block by her. And Meerman will bring it up to front court. So Tigers down 23-16. Hofer for another 3 is good. So Jaylee Hofer back-to-back possessions with 3-pointers. It's down to 4, 23-19. Good close to the half by the Tigers. Knights will have the ball. No shot clock. 11 on the game clock. Abdush, good job of the Tigers switching everything. And then the time runs out as Abdush dribbles in, and that's how the first half will end, with the Harrisburg Tigers trailing the 17-0 O'Gorman Knights by a score of 23-19. We'll have a 10-minute halftime break, and then we'll be back for the start of the third quarter from O'Gorman High School. This is Knights girls basketball on the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools YouTube channel. All right, welcome back. Started the second half. Both teams on the court. O'Gorman Lady Knights leading the Tigers 23-19. A fun first half. O'Gorman led 12-7 after the first quarter. They got the lead up to as many as 9. Harrisburg clawed the way back with 2 straight three-pointers to end the first half by Jaylee Hofer, getting that lead down to 4 as we enter the third quarter. Abdush's shot is no good to start out. Back tap by Eggert, back to Molly for 3. That one's long. Rebound by Sadie Meerman for the Tigers. Excuse me. Tigers up the front court now with Meerman, Wagner, Hofer, Flanagan, and Lawrenson. Knights have Peterson. There's Meerman travel. Peterson, Abdush, Eggert, Turvine, and Lucy Moore. 2 fouls for Turvine, 2 fouls for Molly for O'Gorman. It's a little foul trouble, not a lot for O'Gorman. Tigers 10-5 coming to the ball game. Knights 17-0. Nice look by Abdush to Eggert, and she cannot connect on the layup. Rebound by Meerman for the Tigers. Nice high-low action that time, and Julia just couldn't get the layup to go. Oh, dangerous pass. And Lucy Moore will get the foul as she ran over Meerman for the Tigers. So that'll be Lucy Moore's first foul, first team foul for the Knights. We always hear about how important those first 4 minutes of the third quarter are, so we'll kind of see if a team can what team will have the best first 4 minutes here. Both teams scoreless through the first minute. Tiger ball. Hofer will dribble top of the key, pass to the right wing as Meerman back to the left wing to Hofer. Meerman cut off by Peterson and Molly. 4 in the shot clock. Hofer down low looking for Lawrenson, and it's a turnover. Nice defense by O'Gorman. Lucy Moore, a burst of speed, cut off by Kinley Lawrenson. Turvine on the baseline. She'll dribble back out to the top of the three-point line over to Abdush. Gets a screen by Lucy Moore. Harrisburg man-to-man. Here's Peterson for 3. Air ball. Rebound by Wagner out to Lawrenson, back to Wagner. Meerman to Lawrenson. Corner is Flanagan. Thought about the 3. She goes to Meerman. And that's knocked up out by Molly Abdush. I thought for sure Flanagan was going to shoot that three-pointer, and she saw Eggert coming running at her full speed with those long arms, decided not to. So there'll be 19 on the shot clock. Lawrenson trying to post up Eggert. They just can't get her the ball. That's kind of tough, too, to try to get a pass through all those arms against someone in the post against the 2-3 zone defense. 3 on the shot clock. Hofer. Her shot is up and doesn't hit the rim. So basically back-to-back shot clock violations for Harrisburg. The previous possession was a turnover, but it was basically as the shot clock was going to 0. So good defense in that zone by O'Gorman. Deuce dribbling in, and she is fouled. See who that one's on. Foul is on Meerman. Molly's first free throw is no good. So Ruby Moore, the freshman, in for Peterson. And Molly makes the second one. She leads the Knights with 9. Now O'Gorman can set up that press. Flanagan over to Meerman. Gets it to Hofer there across half court now, so he can set up the offense. Meerman looking for help over to Hofer. Tigers with about a 3-out, 3-guard look with Flanagan running baseline and Lawrenson in the post. 8 seconds left. Tigers need to hurry. 6, Hofer from way downtown, short. Rebound by Abdush. And that ball is tipped away by Meerman to Lucy Moore. Her shot is no good, but they're going to call a foul on the Tigers. So Harrisburg kind of disjointed offensively in the last 3 possessions. That foul is on Hofer, her first, team second. Lucy Moore, the senior guard for O'Gorman, with 4 points tonight to the free throw stripe. Her first one is good. Young Setzer in for Lawrenson for the Tigers. Lucy's second free throw is off to the right, so Gorman's struggling a little bit from the line tonight. They have a 6-point lead at 25-19. Tigers yet to score here in the third quarter as we approach the 4-minute mark. That ball was attempted for young Setzer, tipped away. Ruby Moore, shot no good. Abdush, offensive rebound, scores it. So O'Gorman, a little 4-0 run here to start the third quarter. Oh, that's another dangerous pass, intercepted by Eggert. She'll go all the way, can't hit the layup, fight for the rebound, and Meerman has it. Wagner with it, looking for some help. And Coach Nick Meyer, good timeout there as his guard, Eddie Wagner, was trapped by half court, and he's going to call a full timeout. Knights, all 4 points of the quarter belong to them through the first 4 minutes and 12 seconds. They lead the Tigers 27-19. We'll be back in 30 seconds for more Knights girls basketball. Welcome back. O'Gorman ladies leading the Tigers ladies 27-19, 3:48 left in the third quarter. Fun ball game so far. A lot of intensity, a lot of athleticism on the court. 2 really quick teams. 2 teams that right now would be hosting SODAC 16 games. If the SODAC 16 started today, O'Gorman currently the number 2 seed. Harrisburg the number 5 seed. Tigers ball. They have yet to score here in the third quarter. Trailing by 8. Jaylee Hofer with it, who had the last 2 3-pointers, the last 2 baskets for the Tigers at the end of the second quarter. I don't think Flanagan realized how open she was, and then she's rejected by Eggert. So Ruby Moore will hand off to Molly. She's the only girl so far for either squad in double figures. She has 11 right now. Eggert over to Abdush. Down low is Terveen against Van Bakker, and her shot is no good. And she didn't get a foul. That's kind of what you would call the frustration foul, where you miss a shot, you're a little frustrated with yourself, and then you're going to play a little bit too tight of defense to get the foul. So that's Sydney's third. So Peterson will come in to replace Terveen. 2 team fouls for the Knights. Bryn Van Bakkeren is in for the Tigers. So it's Meerman, Lawrence, and Van Bakkeren, Young Setzer, and Hofer. Van Bakkeren dribbles through some traffic and gets it back to Meerman to set up the offense. Meerman driving in. Cross court to Van Bakkeren. Baseline. Scoop shot is good. Nice drive by Bryn Van Bakkeren. Tigers on the board finally in this third quarter at the 2:32 mark. And Peterson will get a travel call that she dribbled in. Spun, stepped through, and they're going to call her for one too many steps. I don't think the Knights coaching staff agreed with that one. So 27-21, Knights up by 6, 2:23 left in the third quarter. Jaylee Hofer over to Meerman. Meerman baseline out to Van Bakker for 3. A little bit long. Rebound by Lucy Moore. That was a really nice play by Meerman getting Van Bakker into the open 3. She just missed it. So the Knights have possession. Peterson. And she's rejected by Meerman as they call a foul, I believe, on the floor. We'll see if it's on. It is. It is on the point guard, Sadie Meerman, and now she's going to have to check out. Abigail Flanagan checking in for her. Ooh, that ball went right between Lucy Moore's hands, and then she ran it down. Peterson going to the left hand, Van Bakker with the rejection. So we'll stay with O'Gorman underneath the Tigers hoop with 26 on the shot clock. Knights up 27-21. Low scoring third quarter, 4 points for the Knights, 2 points for Harrisburg. Lucy Moore posting up, Hofer down low. She'll throw it back out to Ruby Moore for 3, no good. Douche and Flanagan fighting for the rebound. Both got up pretty high for that one, and they're going to call, I believe, the foul on number 11, Abigail Flanagan, her second. So Tigers now with 4 team fouls are a foul away from being in the penalty. So Lucy Moore checking out, Sydney Trevine checking in for O'Gorman. And Lizzie Catman is also going to come in for O'Gorman. She's going to replace Julia Eggert. It's a little double screen for Abdush. Down to Catman, back to Trevine. Molly thought about it. She has young Setzer on her. Here's a 3 for Ruby. Got it. Ruby Moore, big time 3-pointer, giving the Knights a 9-point lead. Her first basket of the game came in a good opportune time right there. 3-possession game. (30-21). We're approaching a minute here in the third quarter. Tiger ball. Hofer looking for some help. Has Lawrence in the high post. She'll dribble it in, get hit by Catman, and she is fouled. And they're going to, I think, give her 2 free throws. Well, so that's not on Catman. That's actually on Sydney Trevine, which will be her 4th foul. So she'll have to check out. Lawrenson, a 65% free throw shooter, to the free throw line. First one is good. So Lucy Moore in for Trevine. One more free throw for Kinley Lawrenson. That one is a little bit off. Fight for the rebound. Catman, good job getting the rebound for the Knights. So Abdush going to the basket. Smart play by her, knowing that Harrisburg has 4 team fouls. Next one will be in the penalty, and she is fouled by Wagner, so she'll get 2 free throws. Molly makes the first. She's now 3 for 5 tonight at the free throw line. 12 points in the game. And she gets them both. So 32-22, Knights up by 10. 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Tigers trying to break the press. Here's Hofer. Gets it to the front court. To Flanagan, back to Hofer. Meerman with it. Flanagan dribbling, baseline cut off by Lucy Moore. Iverson down low to young Setzer, and she loses the ball. Jump ball. Possession stays with Harrisburg. So Meerman in for young Setzer. 8 seconds on the shot clock, so Tigers have to go pretty fast here in this possession to get a shot up. Iverson to Wagner, back to Flanagan. Down low, Wagner, shot no good. Did not hit the rim, and that'll be a 35 seconds. They'll use the NBA, 35-second shot clock violation. So that's basically 3 shot clock violations here in the quarter for Harrisburg. 32-22, 8 seconds. So let's see what Molly Abdush can do for the Knights. She'll drive in. Gets cut off by Meerman. Looking down low, and Knights will not get a shot up as the third quarter ends. Good defense by Harrisburg. So after 3 quarters, it's the Knights at 17-0 in the season, 32. The 10-5 Harrisburg Tigers, 22. We'll be back for the final stanza here at O'Gorman from O'Gorman High School in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. This is Knights girls basketball on the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools YouTube channel. Welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. Knights ball leading by 10. 32-22 over the Tigers. Moore in the corner. It's Lucy Moore short. Rebound off the hands of Kinley Lawrence, and so O'Gorman regain possession. Knights outscored the Tigers 9-3 in the third quarter. Only 1 field goal for Harrisburg. And that was by Van Bakker and toward the later stages of that quarter. So O'Gorman ball. Tigers in man-to-man defense. Ruby Moore getting the screen by Peterson. To Julia Eggert over to Abdush. Trying to get down low to Lucy Moore. Back out to Peterson. Ruby Moore. Baseline shot is good. Ruby Moore. She has 5 points all here in the second half. Knights have a biggest lead of the game now for them with 12 points at 34-22. Holford looking for help to Meerman, but that'll be a 10-second violation, so a turnover by the Tigers. This Knights defense has just been outstanding here in the second half. 3 shot clock violations by the Tigers in the third quarter, and that was a 10-second violation. The Knights moving around the perimeter. Tigers now in a zone defense. This is one of the first zone looks we've seen from them tonight. Douche for 3. No good. Rebound. Nice rebound by Wagner. Hofer. Over to Wagner. To Meerman. Meerman playing with 3 fouls for the Tigers. That's intercepted by Lucy Moore. She'll go all the way for the layup. So Lucy Moore now with 7. And Coach Nick Meyer is going to call a timeout. Let's see if it's it's going to be a 30-second timeout. So we'll stay right here. Just a reminder, the Harrisburg boys and the O'Gorman boys, that game will be next. There'll be a 15-minute break or so for the boys to warm up after the girls game, and then we'll have that broadcast. Isaac Struck will be joining me for that one. The Tigers boys having a really good, solid season. O'Gorman, the number 10 seed right now, trying to get into that top 8. Knights at 10-7. Their boys, the Tigers boys, coming off a win on Saturday against Stevens. I believe they're now number 2 in power points. So the Knights boys will have Harrisburg tonight. a week off, and they'll play a Huron team that's 11-6 at the Huron Arena next Tuesday night and close the regular season here against Mitchell, the current number 1 seed. In boys basketball. So the 3 ESD type schools that are all having excellent seasons for the Knights boys. So now the Knights girls will drop back into that zone. Up by 14, 36-22, 6:19 left here in the fourth quarter. Let's see if the Tigers offense can get something going here in the next couple minutes to give themselves a chance. Good steal by Peterson. Out to Abdush. And her shot is no good. Foul, I believe that'll be on Meerman, her 4th. So Sadie Meerman with her 4th foul. That'll be the first team foul for Harrisburg. Molly has 2 free throws. First one a little bit long. So Sydney Tervine and for Peyton Peterson. Tervine has 4 fouls, so she's going to be a little extra careful here. Abdush's second free throws long. And you don't see Molly miss 2 free throws in a row very often. So now the Knights will be back in that press. Meerman looking for help. Over to Hofer. Good hustle by Molly as she knocks it in the front row. Got to be aware up there in the front row for both these stands as the ball starts to go fly in there pretty quick. 36-22 Tigers looking for their first points here in the fourth quarter. Ooh, that looked like Lawrence might have got fouled by Ager. Did not get the call, and Ager will fall down at the rebound, get called for a travel. Harrisburg can do that more. Going to try to get the ball down low to Kinley Lawrenson, but it's just kind of tough signs against that zone getting it down there. Here's Meerman for 3. A little bit long. Flanagan, nice pass by Flanagan to Lawrenson for the basket. So the Tigers push the lead down to 12, 36-24 with 5:30 left in the fourth quarter. 7 points tonight for Kinley Lawrenson. Knights in the corner is Ruby Moore. Down low to Tervine. Back to Ruby for 3 is good. Ruby Moore, 8 points in the in the second half. 2 3-pointers, giving the Knights a 15-point lead. That was a good entry pass to the post, back out to the guard, and Moore had her feet set and drilled it. Hofer. Over to Flanagan, who's cut off by Lucy Moore. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hofer to Flanagan, out to Meerman. Her 3-pointer is a little bit long. Rebound by Julia Agert. And Coach Kit Colger is going to call a timeout. Knights leading 39-24 with 4:29 left in the fourth quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back for more Knights girls basketball on the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools YouTube channel. Welcome back. The Knights with a 7-2 lead advantage here in the fourth quarter. The Knights have outscored Harrisburg in the second half 16-5. So neither team putting up many points in the second half. A low-scoring game, 39-24. Knights leading the Tigers by 15 with 4:29 left in the fourth quarter. This is going to be O'Gorman ball. 28 on the shot clock. Tigers now back into the man-to-man defense. O'Gorman going to extend their offense past the three-point line. Here's Terveen, shot no good. Rebound by Sadie Meerman. Meerman with some speed down the front court. Harrisburg obviously has to play pretty fast right now, trying to pick up some points quickly, down 15. Hofer over to Wagner. Back to Hofer, down low. Nice move by Flanagan with a left-handed shot, is good on the spin move. 6 points for Abigail Flanagan. 39-26 Knights. There's a three-pointer by Terveen, in and out. I think that's way too fast for Coach Colsrud's liking in the shot. You're trying to, I think, use up a little bit more shot clock. Here is Flanagan to Hofer, back to Flanagan. Her running scoop shot is good. Abigail Flanagan back-to-back baskets, and it's a 11-point lead now, 39-28 for O'Gorman. Coach Nick Meyer calls one of his remaining timeouts. He now has 2 left with 3:17 left here in the fourth quarter. So Lady Knights 17-0 right now. Tigers 10-5. O'Gorman will have 2 remaining regular season games after this one. They'll be at Huron a week from tonight at the Huron Arena. That'll be a 6 o'clock start doubleheader with the boys. And then they'll be hosting Mitchell, who's also undefeated right now in girls basketball. Mitchell is 15-0 on the season. Huron Tigers 6-10. So right now, if the Select 16 started today, Harrisburg would actually be hosting Huron in the 5-12 matchup. Well, O'Gorman, the 2 seed, will be hosting Watertown in the 2-15. Kind of looks like that Mitchell-O'Gorman girls game on Friday, the 23rd of February, will come down to whoever wins that will be the number 1 seed. So here's we're going to do a little trap now, a little press. O'Gorman taking the ball to bounce with Lucy Moore to Ruby Moore. And Ruby beats it on a man-to-man press over to Peterson, back to Lucy Moore. Agert with it to Ruby Moore. Nice using some shot. Good backdoor cut by Molly Abdouche. And Molly scores it. So that's one of the ones where you're kind of holding the ball a little bit, but then if you can get a layup like Molly did there, you're going to take it. She has a game-high 15. Knights back up by 13, 41-28 with 2:41 left in the fourth quarter. No Tiger yet to be in double figures tonight. 8 for Flanagan, 7 for Lawrenson. Flanagan's shot is no good. Rebound by Lucy Moore. Knights will bring the ball out and just kind of be passing around the perimeter here. Molly all the way to the basket, and she is foul. Let's see, I might be on Hofer. We'll see who gets the call. So actually, Addie Wagner will get the foul, her second, team's third. Free throw is in and out for Molly. Terveen back in for Peterson. The O'Gorman band to my left is kind of getting ready to go in the pregame. Molly makes the second free throw. (42-28). Knights leading. Minute 53 left here in the fourth quarter. Here is Flanagan off the high screen by Lawrence and rejected by Agert. Nice block by Julia Agert. I believe that is block number 3 for her tonight. Ruby to Molly, back to Lucy with 17 on the shot clock. Back to Ruby. Just 5-out offense right now. Just all outside the 3-point line. And now they're going to go with 8 seconds. Lucy Moore to Ruby Moore with 4. Her shot is no good. Rebound by Sadie Meerman. She's done a really good job on the glass tonight for Harrisburg. Meerman coast to coast. She's fouled, and that shot is good. So Meerman will have a chance for the 3-point play opportunity. As she took a coast to coast. Foul on Ruby Moore, her first. 42-30 now. And now 42-31. That's 8 points for Meerman. Abdush has it. She is trapped and fouled by Wagner. The Harrisburg have to do a few more of these fouls because you need to get to 5 for the penalty. That'll be only 3, so they got 2 more fouls to work with. That's 4 fouls on Wagner. Ooh. Lucy, I think, missed Eggert. She was wide open on on that play where you loop a girl around. Everyone goes forward, and then you sneak someone out in the back in the front court, and Julia Eggert would have been wide open. But sometimes if you don't trust yourself to make the throw or don't see it, you're just going to take the easy one. Here is Eggert. Her layup is good from Ruby Moore as the Knights break the press. First basket of the game for Eggert. Flanagan over to Hofer. Down low to Lawrenson, and she is fouled by Eggert. So Tigers will have the ball, and they're going to bring a new set of 5 girls in for the final 41 seconds of the game, as they trail 44-31. As will Coach Colesrud will bring 5 new girls in the ball game. So here is Van Bakkern on the drive, no good. Rebound by Dvorak to Peterson, who started the game for Owang Akwe for the Knights, who Owang not playing tonight. So there's a 1 second differential between shot and game clocks to see if the Knights will shoot it. Dvorak shot is blocked. Mooney out to Peterson. Her 3-pointer is a little bit long. Rebound by Worth for the Tigers. And she'll dribble out the clock. So the final score tonight, the O'Gorman Lady Knights 44, the Harrisburg Tigers 31. The Lady Knights stay undefeated at 18-0 on the season. The Tigers fall to 10-6. Knights led by Molly Abdush. She led all scorers with 16 points. Tigers had 8 points from Sadie Meerman. Also 8 points from Abigail Flanagan. We're going to take a break. We'll have a pregame for the Knights boys and the Harrisburg boys. That game's coming up in about 15-20 minutes. You're listening to Knights basketball on the Bishop O'Gorman Catholic Schools YouTube channel.